I'm not gonna lie, the trailers for this film didn't really impress me. I thought we were gonna get another generic, run-in-the-mill superhero film, and do you know what? James Gunn delivered a really fun, enjoyable film that to me really stood out from most of the superhero films that come out today. Like, I really enjoyed this film. To sum up the Suicide Squad, James Gunn made a really good Suicide Squad film. Like, as a whole, this film is distinctly a Suicide Squad story. The characters are really great. Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is the best she's ever been. Like, honestly, aside from maybe, like, one or two lines that felt very Tumblr e-girly, like, the scene after she kills her boyfriend, like, yeah, that dialogue I could have done without, but other than that, she was fantastic, and I loved her in this movie. Though, a teensy little gripe is that I wish she kept her more Arkham City leather-inspired outfit more. Like, she wears it for about the first 5 minutes of the film, then after that she's stuck in that red dress, and just, I really wish she wore it more, because that costume was awesome, it was very distinctly Harley Quinn, and I loved it, and I wish we just saw more of it. Now, in terms of James Gunn's comic book films, I think Guardians 1 is still his best one. I know ages ago during my Marvel retrospective, I think I said Guardians 2 was better, and although I like a lot more of the characterization and heart in Guardians 2, but in terms of as an overall film, I do think Guardians 1 is the stronger film. But out of the 3 comic book films James Gunn has made, Guardians 1 is still his top, then The Suicide Squad, then Guardians Volume 2. I mean, The Suicide Squad was really enjoyable. I mean, the first 5 minutes was fucking insane. Like, the moment where Weasel landed in the water and couldn't swim and practically drowned was fucking hilarious. Like, me and my friends, we were dying. Like, we couldn't stop laughing for like a good solid 2-3 minutes. That was just so funny. And to me, the comedy in this film, for the most part, didn't feel ham-fisted and forced. Not that this film doesn't have moments that do drag on a bit because James Gunn is trying to tell a joke. Just overall, for me, the comedy for the most part worked in this film. I really enjoyed the comedy aspect to this. But yeah, in the first 5 minutes, he kills off Weasel, he kills off Michael Rooker's character, he kills off Captain Boomerang. Like, god damn it. Like, it worked for the film, but I mean, just damn it, I'm never gonna see Captain Boomerang fight the Flash again. Like, aww. But the way this film was structured and paced and plotted, it just felt like a Suicide Squad story. It didn't feel like it was trying to tell us 50 different origin stories like the first Suicide Squad did. Instead, this one was focused, it had a specific set of main characters, it told us everything we needed to know about the side characters, and overall, everyone was just really enjoyable in this film, and the narrative thrust was just really strong. Like, I really enjoyed Polka Dot Man, I really liked Peacemaker, I liked Ratcatcher 2, and King Shark was just so hilarious. Sylvester Stallone was great, I love how he was just big and dumb. Like, he's just so stupid. Like, the scene where he's in the big aquarium with all the fish, and he's like, oh, dude, dumb fret. Like, he's so dumb. I love him. I also really like Bloodsport, played by Idris Elba, and he was a really good addition to the film. I liked Elba in the role, I liked his character arc, it was all really solid. But the one thing that I couldn't help but feel like was sitting down, I was watching it play out, and I was like, this was meant to be Deadshot, right? Like, I know Will Smith couldn't have been in this film because of scheduling conflicts, but yeah, the whole time I was just sitting there going, this was meant to be Deadshot and Deadshot's arc. But still, I thoroughly enjoyed Idris Elba in this film. Though, I do have one gripe, I really like the Bloodsport mask, but really, he barely wears it, and like, you get to the final fight and he puts it on for like a minute and then it just breaks, and it's like, really? Can we not just have superheroes or supervillains wearing their costumes for more than 5 seconds? And that's something I really respected John Cena for in this film. When he wears Peacemaker's helmet, he's wearing the helmet. He doesn't take it off that much. And speaking of Peacemaker, I really liked the character. I thought John Cena did a really good job in this. I was shocked at how well I liked John Cena, but one thing that really made me dislike the character is that he kills Rick Flag. I fucking hate this character. I'm really interested to see his HBO Max show, but fuck you, Peacemaker. Why did you kill Rick Flag? I hate you. Like, honestly, I'm shocked at how James Gunn managed to make me actually react to Rick Flag's death. Like, I liked Rick Flag in the first Suicide Squad film, but I wouldn't say I was emotionally invested. But seeing him die in this film, I was like, no, don't kill Rick Flag. No. It got me somehow. I don't know how James Gunn did it, but it worked, and I really loved him for that. And honestly, the balls on James Gunn for making the main villain of the film Starro the Destroyer, like, that is just fucking awesome. Starro was awesome. The way he was handled in the film was really great. My only gripe is that I feel like they took him out really easily. Like, all they did was just stab him in the eye and they took him out. But regardless of that, I absolutely adore that James Gunn was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do Starro. Like, that's what I love about James Gunn when he comes to a comic book property. He will look at the material and he'll just be like, okay, I'll take the things I like and I will make it work in live action. That's what I feel like more comic book properties need nowadays. They need someone with the vision to go to the material, go, that's batshit crazy. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna take it to the big screen, and I'm gonna make it work. James Gunn's fingerprints are all over this film, and I love it, and I really want to read the script because a lot of the things he does in terms of transitions and exposition in terms of like scene locations, I really want to see how he writes that in the script because that just fascinates me. But I will say, a lot of the James Gunn tropes that you associate with James Gunn, like the pop music soundtrack, I think didn't really need to be in this film. Like, to me, it didn't really add much to the film. Like, sure, it was nice hearing some of the songs, but to me, I'd rather the film would have just been mainly score. And that's something I would like to see from James Gunn as a director moving forwards. I don't think he needs to have musical soundtracks in every single one of his films. And I also think that I'd like to see James Gunn make a film that's a bit more straight. Because whilst I enjoyed a lot of the comedy in this film, I will say there are moments where I was just like, really? We need this? Do we really need this joke? I really want to see James Gunn make a film where it's like 30% comedy, 70% heart and character dynamics, because when James Gunn has these characters talk and interact and explain their backstory, you feel it. You feel pain, you feel their heart, everything is filled with so much care and love, and I'm like, this stuff is brilliant. Like, I want to see James Gunn make a more serious superhero film. Like, not that I don't think his comedy is funny, it's just that I want to see him just play things a lot more straight because he really is good at doing that kind of stuff. But honestly, I just really respect James Gunn as a filmmaker in the comic book property. Like, he will just go to the material and he'll just go like, okay, Polka Dot Man, I'm using him, I'm using King Shark, I'm using Ratcatcher 2, who, like, no one's ever heard of. Like, I really respect that. Oh, and Viola Davis as Amanda Waller is just fucking incredible. I mean, she was perfect casting in the original Suicide Squad film, but here James Gunn utilizes her perfectly. Like, Amanda Waller is a cold-hearted bitch, and Viola sells it, and it's just... Though, as much as I love Viola as Amanda, I will say, when her team knocks her out, her retribution towards them is not nearly as bad enough as I'd want it to be for Amanda Waller. Like, them knocking her out, and at the end she just punishes them by having them guard Peacekeeper, like, no. If we're talking Amanda Waller from the comic books, they're dead. And I wish that Amanda in this film did do that. But other than that, I really like the Suicide Squad. And I don't know if they would do a second one, or technically a third one. But it's like, to me, James Gunn made, like, the definitive Suicide Squad film. Like, if you're gonna make another Suicide Squad film, it's just the next mission. Like, I don't know how you make, like, a 3-story arc out of all these 3 films. Like, unless the squad overpowers Amanda Waller and kills her or something, I don't know how you do another Suicide Squad film without it just being the next mission. But yeah, as a whole, I really did like this film. I don't think it's a masterpiece, I don't think it's a top 5 best comic book film ever made, but I do think it's really good fun. In a lot of ways, James Gunn made the definitive Suicide Squad film, and yeah, I'm happy with that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I thought of the Suicide Squad. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video and all that stuff. Links are all in the description. And yeah, until we meet again, I'll see you guys next time.